Pregame.com.
Must-win mode for a pair of AFC West teams off back-to-back losses. This is Brad Powers in the Pregame.com studios, just off the Vegas Strip. We're talking Monday Night Football action on ESPN. We have a good one in the AFC West, the Broncos at the Chiefs. Fez, who do we like in this matchup and why?
Looking at the total going under the 43.5, it's all about the Denver Bronco offense. It is broken, and I don't think they're going to be able to fix it. You look at their quarterback, Simeon, had a shoulder injury, has not been the same since, clearly not at 100%. And he had 2 injuries last year and had some limited success playing through those injuries. But one thing that happened when Denver, the rest of the team, and his skill position players got hurt, they could not move the ball. And that's happening this year. Sanders, his number 2 wide receiver, is out. Number 1 wide receiver, Demaryius Thomas, is clearly not 100%. At one point in the last time he played, he broke free, got a first down, and just fell down. If he was healthy, I think that would have been a 60-yard touchdown. Instead, it's a 12-yard gain. They don't have that big play opportunity, and that's why they haven't been able to score the last 2 games.
And you mentioned not being able to score. They get shut out for the first time since 1992 last week. Got to ask you this because I know you're a big fan of the Ostrich. Denver offense goes bad. Do we have an Ostrich sighting in Denver this week?
It would make sense that you have a quarterback that's struggling, young, and injured, but I don't think it's going to give a boost to this team. I don't think that Osweiler can play. And further, I don't think the team is going to have a big bump motivationally. Look at the way he exited the organization. Frankly, I'm shocked that he's back in Denver.
All right, let's talk some teaser strategy here. You got to think the public's going to want to pound Kansas City down to 7 here, right?
And yes, and they're going to want to tease Kansas City down all the way to 1 because all they have to do is win. And frankly, the pros are going to want to do that teaser as well. Whenever you can tease through a 3, all the way up to a 7, get that corridor of 3 through 7. That is a teaser that the pros are looking to make.
All right, bonus pick here. Who should they be teasing the Chiefs with? Any teams viable candidates this week?
Lots of candidates. If you like favorites, you could take Minnesota or New Orleans, who are both laying 9, bring them down to 2.5 with the Kansas City. So play those in a 6.5-point teaser. Or alternatively, you can play a couple dogs up. Carolina, you can play up. The Oakland Raiders, you could play up from plus 2.5 up to plus 8.5 in 6-point teasers.
All right, it's all about that 3 to 7-point corridor. Your second key handicap.
The Kansas City receivers are banged up, and I think that that's a big deal here. You look at it, and their number 2 wide receiver is out, Conley. Kelsey had a concussion. He's back. Tyreek Hill was banged up. He is back. But having 1 receiver down already and 2 receivers that did have injuries, it makes sense to me that we're going to see more of the 2015 and 16 Kansas City Chiefs instead of this 2017 video game Chief team. I think they're going to much more manage this game.
And speaking of that, would it be logical to say, hey, the Chiefs get out to an early lead here? They're going to be featuring a lot more Kareem Hunt in this game. And they want to keep their wide receivers healthy. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And if you look at games like when they won against the Patriots, I think they really felt like they had to score in the 30s and ultimately the 40s to win that game. They don't have to do that here. There's no way Denver should be able to get more than 17 points, 14 points. Heck, I don't know if they can get 2 touchdowns. Kansas City knows if they take care of the ball, Charlie check down can revert back to his 2016 ways, and they will win this game.
All right, Fez, let's make it official.
Let's make it official. The Denver offense is broken. They cannot score with Simeon banged up and the wide receivers injured. And the Kansas City receivers are not 100%. They'll look to manage the game and rely more on their running game. The Fez math says go under the 43.5. More videos, pregame.com.